I'm just thinking about contact and how there's this ongoing change in how experience is organized, which is fluid and is never repeated. And that's what we all delight in it when we participate. We just don't know what will happen and we don't have an expectation. And it's interesting for me to realize how parallel that is with the change in psychology as well. Because what we're looking at now, I'm a psychotherapist, and the way we're looking at being with people is about how experience is organized and how it can change. So there's this word procedural, like experience is a procedural thing that is living and moving all the time and is organized by the body, by emotion, by thought, by senses. And this is something that is really new. Like I'm hearing from people in doing philosophy work. There's a continuity all through that's really fresh and sort of breaking new. And it's really wonderful to see how the contact process, we don't talk about it, we don't intellectualize about it, but that is our experience. We just come and be, and what emerges happens. So it's not like anything is fixed or we're wanting to repeat. But there might be something we learn in terms of technique to support the spontaneity, but it's not. Yeah. So it just struck me when I heard you speaking, Susanna, about your own experience, how connected that is with how we're thinking about psychology now. That's the edge of how we think of psychology now too. There's a kind of holographic organization of experience, which is very fluid and alive and moving always.
I just want to make one point of that, because I think, putting on my Marxist hat and just saying, one of the promises that I think Isadora Duncan identified, in which I think many dancers are trying to find, is that you can be connected to yourself. And one of the problems with the way that society is organized right now is that it keeps distancing you from yourself. You do work that's not fulfilling. You have to sort of toil in a way that you organize how you're doing that work. You have no choice when you're wage slaves in the system. And that process continually keeps us from feeling like we're connected to ourselves. So I do think that it's one of the sort of promises that's put out by dancing from a felt place, or having the experience of your body. And actually, I do think it will take a political process to actually get us to that place where we can actually have an experience. But I do think there has been, when we think about the history of development, say in the last 100 years, moving us a little bit closer to, there's a push towards taking us closer to ourselves as human beings. But I do think that the system that we live in continually pulls us away from that experience, and then I think as dancers, we keep striving and feeling with the possibility that we like to be sort of connected to ourselves. And I think it's, it seems like a sort of, funny idea, but actually everybody wants that, right? Everybody wants to feel connected to themselves. With about 5 more minutes for this session.
I was just going to say, people were talking about how they got into dance and things like that, and Pam knows about my interest in the postmodern choreographers that she didn't talk about, but that for me was the big entry into dance, because as a child, I had none of that movement experience. I was really disconnected. I didn't play sports. I didn't, do any of that stuff. And then I saw postmodern dance, which was very pedestrian, and people walking on stage and stacking boxes, and that's the dance, And when I saw that to me was like a kind of revolution for a non-dancer to go, oh, well, if that can be dance, I can stack boxes, I can walk. Maybe that's interesting. And that got me into dance, and then that got me into contact, and that got me into other things. But it's kind of a totally different door, into movement. So just thought.
I was wondering about the sort of the next steps. As a person who is approaching ancientness myself, I find that I come to terms with most of these things, your body and how you relate to things, and not in a dance way. I don't dance, moving around as gracefully as I possibly can. But if you come to terms with that, then where do you go beyond that? And as a dancer, it becomes a huge problem, because as you get to the point where you can go beyond it, your body perhaps isn't going to let you express that. So have you ever experienced any of those sorts of problems with older dancers, or things where they've gone beyond the point where they can really have a chance to get totally creative, but then things break down, then it becomes very difficult.
As an older dancer, I mean, I have problems of like range of movement. But really, I think it gets better every time because you do feel, you get more experience. If you get the opportunity to be a dancer, you get the opportunity that a lot of people don't get to actually spend time with your own body and feeling your own sensations. And actually, there's nothing sweeter than that, as far as I'm concerned. And I do, for me, it does overcome some of the alienation I experience in society. It doesn't change the way it is, but that opportunity. And that, that's ageless. I get to have that opportunity, whether I can keep my leg as high. But then it's not as fulfilling as I've become older and more interested in other things. So I think there's always a possibility to continue to be engaged with this. And I think you can come to it at any age. I don't think it's sort of dance as a younger person's business. Actually, I don't think that's the reality. It doesn't have to be.
But it seems to me that the contact improv sort of allowed anybody to be a dancer.
Yeah.
Like if
So
you can file boxes, then you can be a dancer. If you can walk down the street.
I just want to say, like, I'm very interested in when people that are non-dancers come to dance because I often find like when you grow dancing, you sometimes like you're taught to tune in so much in your body and so much in your muscles and how things work that a lot of people like, they get carried away in this training and then they forget about the world around them. And then, like for instance, like working with like Rad Hist Dance, the group, the collective, it's mostly non-dancers, and their experience in society, like they make them want to move with those ideas, and I think that just adds a lot of value to movement, like because I think to be a dancer is about movement, and I like that has been part of our existence, like from ancient times, and we've just, like Pam said, we've just grown further away from it. But everyone is a mover, and we're, as far as I'm concerned, like we're all movers, and we all can move in different ways, like being just for the exploration of the freedom that it gives you, or moving towards the cause, political cause or any other cause.
Just that learn that shape.
Yeah, just it's very empowering.